on the 4th level. I was surprised about that.
Yeah, I was surprised about that too.
I felt bad for him.
I mean, but that's where he always falls.
Oh,
But
is
it's
that
okay
it?
because he's good with the kids. He gets the best out of them. He's tough on them though.
It's a great, absolutely fantastic program.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
All the coaches and Mark Hickey, it's amazing. You make friends with people in your own town.
Yeah. No, it's a good. It's when they say a hockey family, they're not kidding.
Yeah.
Talking to all kinds of people off the record. Everybody can follow
I'm watching you.
They've got your junior high school grade pulled up.
They asked you how you get on math.
Seems to work for her, but then
Home economics.
so straight A's.
How are you?
Yeah, we'll see these flies or whatever they are that I need to find them.
Good afternoon.
If you want to be contacted with updates. And I think we're going to get started and then we'll grab the remaining people.
You want a chair? Feel free to use this one. Oh, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is
Got a couple more coming in.
already know.
Yeah, let's, I'll wait.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I mixed myself together something.
Hi.
Lavender.
How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Something else. I don't remember. Vanilla. But the lemon you told me.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. That's in the one bottle. Is there anybody I missed? I think I did. Did I miss you getting the juice I
I didn't say, I don't want to read that.
That's okay. I left it. I think I just like to find out.
Okay, where's your chair?
How you doing? All right, how are you? Good. How you doing? Everybody's going down. We'll sweat it through.
You got a very nice face plan by the time it's time. Tastes good.
How are you? Good.
Oh, that's good.
Hi.
You might want to house. They all have to come down, so I'll come by and see what's down.
I wanted to have it done beforehand, but you said, I was just saying, oh, do one a day, you know what I mean? If we hit all that rain,
That's the best it gets.
then I was doing radiation, and then do some kind of,
Looks like that's it.
that's getting, I got the guy coming.
Oh, you got a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told the guy, I got a guy coming.
Let me know, okay?
It's just because it's cold, it's just getting done.
Sorry, I thought you
I'm
had...
sorry, I put you into the truck. I'm Steve Hughes, yes. Good. Get your name? Okay, of course, I was assuming you were Karen, I didn't want to guess. Have you met before, I'm sorry. Not in person. No problem, I'll take it to get back.
My mom is away.
My mother was at the...
Hold on, I'm sorry about that. Nice to meet you though, I just want
That's our Ward 1. Okay, I'm going to introduce him, so we're gonna get started. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. This is almost the biggest crowd we've had so far, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Karen Dunn. I'm the Ward 2 counselor, and that is the ward that the school is being built in. This group that's been invited tonight is a 500-foot abutter from the property line to the west and to the east of the school. So the west portion is the Ward 2 portion, and the east portion is the Ward 1 portion. So we also have with us Anthony LaFosse, who is the Ward 1 counselor. If you don't know him, that's him right there. And Bill Hanley is the community liaison. So between the three of us tonight, we're going to try to answer your questions. If for some reason we can't answer it tonight, Bill has been tasked with going back to the school building committee and the construction team to try to find out answers. We'd like it, everybody can have a chance to talk. We'd like it if you could possibly keep it, the first time around, keep it to like 5 minutes, and then we'll go around with everyone, and then the second time around, we can come back to you. If at all possible, try to keep the comments to concerns and solutions tonight. If you have anything to add in terms of brainstorming, I have a brainstorm sheet here in case anybody comes up with ideas that we haven't thought about before. And I will be bringing the microphone to you. I will wipe it off with a wipe in between each person. It's important that you speak into the microphone only because we're recording this, and if we can't hear you, then it's really no point. So if it's at all possible, we'd appreciate it if you speak in the microphone. So I'm going to give this over to Bill Hanley and let him explain his role.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Everyone can hear okay? Okay, good. So please don't be shy. This is the third in this series of July meetings. We have been working to broadcast all of the recordings and document all the questions asked and make it publicly available. One thing that all of this will also be added to is the project team and the companies involved. So Left Field, our project manager that was hired for the city, Consigli, who's the construction manager, and SMMA, who are the designer, will all be contributing to that, as well as the material from these meetings. So it's a new website modeled after some others that have been really successful in the area, and that will be coming out soon. So there's already some documentation from the first meeting that's published that you're free to check out, as well as a master FAQ that the project team put together with some history of the project and how we got to this point. So again, thanks for coming.
Before we go into the question and answer period, I'd just like to mention that there's an event coming up August 4th, and this is something that was attempted a week ago, and it's a traffic commission meeting which is specifically going to determine whether or not there'll be one light or two lights on Lexington Street at the entrance and exit to the school. And the reason why this is important for people to know about is that it does have a ripple effect throughout all of Lexington Street. So we want to, if you have any concerns about that, we want to urge you to log on. It's going to be a virtual meeting. The meeting before was a in-person meeting, but they're going back to virtual due to COVID. So that'll be August 4th at 10 o'clock. And if anybody would like that information, that can be found on Bill's site, right?
I didn't know it was virtual until right now.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
but the information, right,
Yeah,
for the date. Okay, so, and then the other thing I want to let you know is these meetings that we're having in July are not the only meetings. We're just getting started. We think it's important to get started early. We know it's hot. We know it's, we don't know we don't have all the answers, but we want to we think asking early and often and questioning things early is going to be more helpful to us. We will, in the future, have also meetings that include 1,000-foot abutters, because they have concerns too. They're not as close as you guys, but they're still kind of in the zone where we need to be paying attention to everybody's concerns. So with that, you guys can just start shooting us questions. I will say that there are a few buckets of questions that have been coming up. And I'll lead you to those because they're part of the frequently asked questions. One of them is about traffic. How will traffic be affected all along Lexington Street, and therefore the ripple out from that? Another big theme is noise and noise mitigation. The secondary access road, which was a big question mark for a very long time, has been sorted out now. The secondary access road, just so you know, is going to be at the end of Lincoln Extension. It's not designed for usage by anyone but police and fire, and only in the event of an emergency. Both the gate to the street and the gate to the school will be locked, and there'll be 8-foot chain link fences. Right now they're made out of chain link. I don't know if, the material might change, but there's 2 gates. Police and fire will have the keys to those gates. The street is actually being considered an easement, which is to allow the fire department to get to the water source on that side of the building. So there'll be fire hydrants on the south side of the building, and they will access the water from Lincoln Extension. But it is not meant to be an additional access, which means all drivers going and buses going in the property and out the property